Hello Libra, my loves. We've got some glorious rain here in the background, a beautiful rain sound. I just wanted to let you see if you could hear it, the beautiful moon. You can see the teardrops, or it's like rain in the background. So this is your weekly love reading, Libra. It's a general reading, so parts of it may resonate, parts of it may not. And if you'd like to skip the intro, there will be a timestamp in the description box below. There you are, Libra. Okay, the Empress. Whoa, okay. Gosh, we've got some big energies coming through for you. Lots of major arcanas at the moment. Now, this is like a general energy. You know, it's about any kind of energy that is or situation or person that is affecting you on the heart level, your emotional body. So that could be a relationship, it can be a situation or a person. Okay, here we have again the Three of Swords. And actually, I don't know if you saw when I was first shuffling, that was the card at the bottom of the deck. So, and I was like, I just have a feeling that's going to come up, this Three of Swords energy. So there's something around a heartache or a previous heartache or a healing of a deep wound that's coming up here, Libra. So let's get started, shall we? So we have the moon crossed by the Justice card. Now, this is you, the Justice card. This is your card, Libra, in the major arcana. And when you're being crossed by yourself, you find it hard to connect to yourself. It's I'm just tuning into this energy for a second, Libra. I just keep getting the words, please make it stop. Please make this stop. This is uncomfortable for me. This doesn't feel good for me. I want to get rid of this from my life. And you know that you do have that strength within you. So you're gathering all of your strength here with that Libra energy. You're gathering that sword of truth. You're gathering that, trying to regain the balance. You've lost your kilter. You're off balance here with this relationship, with this situation. And it could be causing a lot of confusion. It can also be causing a lot of fear and doubt. It could be causing some sadness. So this feels like it could be a fairly negative cycle that you could be in right at this moment. We have crowning you. We have the Empress and the Ace of Wands. So you're presenting the energy of the Empress, and the other person or energy is this Ace of Wands energy. So you've actually got, I think you're the person seeing the bigger picture here. You're actually being quite generous with your perspective or your understanding of what's going on with this other person. There's some tolerance here, but there's also, you're the bigger person in this equation here. You're being the bigger person and at this moment in time. So I do feel a lot of sensitivity and compassion coming through for you, Libra. And it's actually really nice. You're uplifting to a higher energy here. The other person is trying to start something new here. They're trying to bring in a new energy, a new direction into a relationship or situation. It just might be going about it the wrong way by the fact that you've got these other cards around you, and I'm just looking at the other cards. So I think they're trying really hard, but they're being triggered from the wrong place. So we'll see what we get, because at the base of the issue, we have here the Lover's card for you and the Five of Wands. This is very deep down energy. It could be subconscious. It could be energy from spirit. It's something that is kind of can dictate the energy of the rest of the reading. For you, you've got the Lover's card. So this is actually someone who is like a soulmate energy for you. It's someone that there is love here. This could be a long-term partnership here. And there is that angel of happiness and healing, but there's I just feel that you're being very compassionate, like it's this angelic energy coming through for you, Libra, because you're seeing the other person is being, they're coming from this point of conflict deep down, some kind of conflict that is causing them to not behave the right way, or they're causing to, it's like, yeah, it's not coming from the right place. This doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just means the energy they're presenting with at this moment of time is coming from an internal conflict, a deep down conflict. And that's kind of affecting and influencing all their actions. This could be you questioning things in this relationship. Like, you could be really questioning your connection, questioning what's going on here. Is this the right thing for us? But I feel like ultimately, again, you're holding the space for them to have a little tantrum, a little hissy fit, or to like kind of have their little bad behavior moment. And you're, okay, this is actually my soulmate, you feel a very strong connection with this person on a soul level. But yeah, they're not behaving in the best way is what I'm getting for them. So this is the recent past. We have the King of Swords for you and the Chariot for them. Again, they're battling something here. And it's to do with career or motivation. There's some kind of conflict they're trying to overcome, and they are trying to, they're trying to be victorious in this. They are trying to overcome this, but it's like they're still caught in the battle. So there is conflict in the past as well that has been overcome, but it's kind of reared its head again. For you, you've got the King of Swords. You're like, we just take action. We might make some good decisions about this. I know what to do. I'm taking control of this. And it also might be your clarity and your ability to see clearly and make some good decisions. And they're the opposite. They're not coming from a place of clarity. So, yeah, it's you're a lot clearer with them. There's also like, I won't put up with any kind of, I've got a limit of how much I'll put up with from you. Okay, it's like I keep getting shown this it doesn't have to be a toddler, but this is kind of the energy of the other person I'm getting, is they're having a little toddler tantrum. They could be an adult doing this. Adults have their little tanties. But it's kind of like, with a kid, there's only so much you can put up with. Yes, you can see they're hurting, they're struggling. I'll put up with a little bit. I'll be generous and allow a bit of this behavior, but there's a limit. There's a point where I'm going to say, no, that's not okay. That's not acceptable. So, yeah, pushing the boundaries and pushing your buttons at this moment in time. We have you in the situation. Actually, I'll go to the near future over here. And I feel like very much that Three of Swords energy might actually be more related, as an overall reading, more related to them. But their behaviour might be triggering that feeling within you. This could be an old fight or something, a conflict that has kind of arisen and created that pain. So near future, they've got the Sun card and you've got the King of Cups. You retreat to higher ground. Again, it's very much like sort yourself out. I'm just over here. I've got myself to look after. I'm not being reactionary. I'm not necessarily getting involved with your emotions or your drama. Sort yourself out. And yeah, sorry, Libra, I had to just interrupt for a second. But yeah, I think they do have some kind of breakthrough. They do find some kind of happiness. Again, this is, I do feel like that they find some clarity here and you're kind of like, good, I'm really glad. So there's a kind of a reconciliation, but you're still a little bit wary. There's a wariness about them. I'm really happy you found your happy place and that's really good. Just making sure you are there for not going to go back to that place of conflict. So I'm just kind of finding higher ground. I'm finding stability within this situation, within my emotions here. So, yeah, I do feel like the situation does improve, definitely, in the near future. So we have for the current situation, you in the situation and them. And here you are, the 10 of Wands, and there they are, the 3 of Wands. So, yeah, like it's a bit of a burden having to they're struggling again with that 3 of Wands energy. They're trying to find some sort of success here. They're looking for, they might have achieved initial success, but I feel like there's struggle around that. There's a sense of wanting to send things off and see what comes back, and really looking to create something in their world. And that's where I feel like there's a bit of stress or panic around that, or there's conflict around that, whatever that feeling is. They're focused on, you know, probably their career or their money or an artistic project, something that they want. Okay, so it's, and for you, like it's been a bit of a burden supporting them. There's something about this relationship that has been burdensome for you because you've kind of taken on, because you've been that empath. I'm getting this really empathetic energy with you, with that Empress and the Justice card and the Lovers card, very empathetic. And to the point where, okay, you retreat as the King of Cups and go, I'm still being empathetic and supportive, but I need to protect myself for a bit now, because it was, I sort of took on a bit too much of your own energy or your conflict. It affected me way too much, so I have to let that go. So there's a bit of that energy, which is actually really positive for you, Libra, because you need to let that go. You need to let go of that burden. Now, the energies around you, I do feel like there's a reconciliation here, that things do get a little bit better. The energies around you, we have the Emperor and the Ace of Cups. So for you, there could be a strong Aries around you as well. But with this Emperor energy, there's stability. There is stability and success. But there's also, again, an ability to take authority and keep the authority and remain the authority in your life. So there's very strong energy, very strong. You kind of grow in strength. You've gone from the King of Cups to the Emperor around you, though. So there's a lot of strength, and there could be a very strong male around you that's actually very supportive as well. But for them, they have the Ace of Cups, so there is some kind of healing that's come through for them. There is a replenishment here, and I feel like that's very strongly connected to that 3 of Swords energy. So something that past hurt, that has that conflict that was kind of causing them to behave in a certain way, triggering them, there is healing available for them. So that's actually really good. But for the moment, that's great. You heal. I'm just going to sit over here and be in my power. So that's all good. So hopes and fears. You've got the High Priestess for you, the Ace of Swords for them. They are wanting the clarity. They're wanting this new beginning for you. You're just wanting to step into a bit more of again, stepping back. So it's like you've gone from that divine feminine, that lovely, nurturing, compassionate role, stepped into a more masculine energy where it's like taking back a bit of control of yourself and protecting yourself a little bit and stepping into your authority. And then again, you're wanting to connect back in and trust your intuition here with this High Priestess. It's back into that feminine energy, that divine feminine. So yeah, it's also just wanting to know intuitively the right way to be in this relationship. For them, they're very much, they could be quite blunt, but they're wanting a new beginning here. They're wanting the truth. They're wanting to sever whatever that tie is with that hurt. And they're actually, they're trying. I get they're trying really hard. So they do make progress with that. In the near future, we have the Knight of Cups and the 8 of Swords. So it's a very stop-start for them, because here they are feeling stuck again with that 8 of Swords energy, but you're heading towards them with love. So your love is actually and compassion is actually very, very important to this person. They kind of get stuck again, get themselves in a bind where they feel like they're not moving forward. They're looking for something to be coming back, some good news or some success or something that whatever this struggle is. And it's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back energy. And yeah, they're kind of feeling stuck again, but you're offering your love to them because you do actually really love this person. It's just you're just, like I said, holding the space and observing them, and you're kind of very intuitive, like that high priestess, intuitively knowing when the time is to be the nurturer and the compassionate soul, and when the time is to actually be more the doer and the, protecting yourself a little bit from their energy. So, but I feel like they will need your help and your love again in the near future. But the thing with that Eight of Swords energy is it's a temporary state. It's self-inflicted. It's very much this character can free themselves of these binds. It's to do with their thinking. They're stuck in their own thoughts, and it's really just the way, if they could just change the way they're thinking, they'll be able to free themselves of that. So, yeah, it's all about them trying to create something for their future and getting caught up in themselves, their own thoughts. So, yeah, it's quite interesting. So they are going to need your help again, Libra, but I don't feel like they're draining you more than, it feels like there is give and take. Just pulling the last card from the Animal Spirit deck, from Message from the Universe for you. So, yeah, I don't feel like they're deliberately trying to hurt you or drain you. They are genuinely struggling and genuinely probably need your help right this minute. And I do feel like, it's kind of a bit of a give and take. When they're happy and they can give a lot and radiate, and they're back to being themselves, like that Sun card. And it's like you want to see them again. Once they're like that, they will give back to you. You will receive what you need from them. But right this minute, you're not receiving what you need because they're hurting. Okay, so we have 2 cards for you. You've got I feel like you're the tarantula and they've got the vulture, and that makes a lot of sense for them, the vulture, because there's a lot of karmic cleansing. As I said, we had that 3 of Swords at the base of the issue. So this could be bringing up some pain in your relationship or just within them, but that vulture is cleaning stuff up. The vulture eats the flesh off the bones, cleans up the dead, and it's very, very powerful transformational energy that comes through. So it's a massive karmic cleansing. For, if you believe in past lives, it can be related to past lives, but it's very much related to the past and very much related to that past hurt of that 3 of Swords. And so whilst they're struggling, I think you've got this, again, this higher perspective, this broader view, this big overview, that you can see that there's a bigger picture here, and you can see the process that they're going through with this vulture energy. So they're letting go of a lot of layers of past hurt and things that they need to let go of at this moment, and cleaning up some stuff in their life. So, yeah, whenever that happens, things are going to come up, and it can be uncomfortable while you're in the process, but when you're free of that, that's when you feel really good. And so this is a necessary process this person's going through. So that's why they'll have moments of something will clear, like, wow, I feel so good, like that Sun card, and then it will come up again. So it's until it's fully cleared, this karmic energy it's like it needs fire. It's transformed by fire, that real fire energy. So yeah, it's all about, they'll get their mojo back as well. They'll get their passion. For you, you've got the tarantula. So this is you finding, let me just tune into this tarantula energy for a second for you. It's funny because I feel like you're strong. This is you finding your path and because they could devour you. They could devour you with this energy. But because you've got that tarantula energy, which is very much aligned with soul purpose, but within this dynamic, I'm feeling very much like you're showing yourself as bigger and stronger. Like the vulture's not going to take on a tarantula. But if it was a smaller spider, it might. And because you're presenting as something fierce and not to be messed with, this vulture energy is like, okay, I'll leave you I'll leave you be. And it's like, I'm doing my thing. I'm on my path. Just don't mess with me. So you're not wanting to get involved with that energy. You kind of know it's there and saying it's your thing, it's your energy you have to process. I'm strong enough to withstand that. And also there's a self-protection here where it's kind of saying, don't encroach on my energy with this. I'm strong enough to ward this off, but I'm happy to walk alongside you with this. Okay, I'm not going to make myself fall prey to it. I'm not going to make myself so vulnerable that this energy is going to devour, that I'm going to let this energy devour me that you're going through, because that could have easily happened. But very much you're standing in your own strength, remaining strong in your own energy and path, which is what we were getting with you. And you intuitively know when to do that. That's when you step into that Emperor and King of Cups energy. It's like you're stepping back into it. So the message is you're strong enough to withstand this energy that they're going through. And it is a massive transformation and change and clearing out. And they will be a much better person to be around once that process has finished. So it's just a matter of hold on, hold strong, held in there, Libra, and see what comes out on the other side. So I hope that makes sense for some of you guys. If you'd like to hear more, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.